Welcome. I'm so glad you've taken this time to be here. If you're like most of us, you probably came into this week with a long list of things to do. Maybe you've been juggling responsibilities at work, home, family, or friends. And sometimes, even when we've checked so many boxes on our to-do lists, it still feels like we're not doing enough. The Buddha taught that the source of much of our suffering comes from craving and clinging, this constant reaching for more, doing more, becoming more. Today, I want to share with you another way. A way that Buddhism has taught for over 2,500 years, the path of simplicity. Or, as we might call it in our modern world, the power of doing less. The story of the simple monk. There's a well-known story about a monk who lived with only one possession, his begging bowl. Every morning, he would walk through the village, receive food from the community, eat what he was given, and then return to his simple hut. One day, a wealthy man saw this monk and felt pity for him. He asked, "Why do you live with nothing? Don't you want more clothes, more food, more comforts?" The monk smiled and replied, "When I carry less, I am free. When I desire less, my mind is calm." This story may seem extreme to us in the modern world. But it carries a truth that still applies. The more we accumulate, whether it's possessions, tasks, or worries, the heavier our lives become. And the more we release, the lighter we feel. Why we struggle with busyness. Our culture has taught us to measure our value by productivity. How many things we accomplish. How much we achieve. How fast we can move from one task to the next. But busyness often disguises itself as importance. We say we're busy, but inside we might feel drained, anxious, or empty. The Buddha offered the middle way, a balance between doing and being, effort and rest, responsibility and freedom. He never taught that life should be endless striving. Instead, he taught that peace comes from letting go of excess, of unnecessary striving, and learning to be content with enough. And here's something important: doing less doesn't mean you're doing nothing. It means that what you choose to do, you do with your full presence, your full heart. What simplicity really means. When we hear the word simplicity, we often think of minimalism, empty rooms, no clutter, living with as little as possible. But Buddhist simplicity is deeper than that. It's not just about owning less. It's about carrying less in the mind. You might have a tidy home, but still carry stress, grudges, and expectations that weigh you down. True simplicity means clearing space both outside and inside. It's a freedom of spirit, not just of lifestyle. When we do less, when we let go of the non-essential, we return to what really matters: being alive, being here, being present with ourselves and others. Practical ways to practice doing less. The one thing practice. Instead of multitasking, choose one thing to give your full attention to. When you drink tea, just drink tea. When you speak with someone, really listen. Doing less in the moment allows you to experience more depth in what you're doing. Weekly declutter ritual. Every week, release one item from your home that you no longer need. This is not about creating a perfect minimalist lifestyle. It's about practicing letting go, teaching the mind that you don't need to cling to everything. Saying no with kindness. Each yes you give is also a no to something else, often to your own peace. Practice saying no to things that drain you. A Buddhist teaching reminds us, you yourself, as much as anybody in the universe, deserve your love and affection. Digital simplicity. Technology is one of the biggest forms of clutter in our modern lives. Try setting small boundaries: no phone at the dinner table, a short screen-free morning, or turning off notifications for an hour. Even these small acts of doing less digitally create space for stillness. Sacred pauses. Doing less doesn't mean empty space has no value. In fact, it's the empty space between notes that makes music beautiful. Give yourself a sacred pause in your day, even if it's 1 minute of silence, one deep breath, or one mindful step. Reflection questions: what are you carrying right now that feels heavy? Is there one task, one obligation, or one expectation you could gently set down? What would your day feel like if you allowed yourself to do less, but with more presence. Guided simplicity practice. Let's try this together. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you wish. Take a deep breath in, and slowly let it go. Imagine that you're walking down a path carrying a heavy backpack. Inside are all your tasks, worries, and possessions. Now imagine taking one thing out, perhaps a worry about tomorrow, or an obligation that doesn't truly matter, and setting it down beside the path. Notice how much lighter your body feels without it. With every breath, imagine placing down another stone, another weight, until you are walking freely, with only what you need. Feel the space around you. Feel the freedom of simplicity. This is the power of doing less, bringing it into the week. The world often tells us that more is always better, but the Buddha reminds us that peace is found in enough. Doing less isn't about shrinking your life, it's about expanding your freedom. It's about creating space for calm, for presence, for joy. This week, I invite you to practice simplicity in one small way. Release one obligation, one possession, or one expectation that no longer serves you. See what it feels like to walk a little lighter. Thank you for sharing this time with me. May your days be simple, your mind be calm, and your heart be free.